Hello and welcome everyone. Today in this video, I'll be explaining the working of an 4-stroke engine. Basically, 4-stroke engine is available in two variants. The first is a compression ignition 4-stroke engine and another is spark ignition. This is the basic diagram of a spark ignition that works with the help of the spark plug. In compression ignition, the compression is that much enough to provide the combustion inside the cylinder blocks. Basically, there are some nomenclatures that are represented over here and some of the important major components that involved in this process to complete a one-stroke cycle. And to know more about this, I have a link in my description. You can click on that and you can easily get to know what TDC, BDC, pistons, and spark plug is used for and how it is useful in cultivating the stroke into the engine. It will help you in knowing the working of this engine and the rest of the engine cycles very much easily. Basically, spark ignition engine works on an Otto cycle and also known as petrol engine. Basically, as its name suggests, 4-stroke. It has 4 different cycles. The first one is intake, second is compression, third is expansion, and the last one is exhaust. These all stroke take one by one into a cylinder, and we get the amount of power that is required to drive a wheel or an automotive. The first step that takes place inside an engine is intake stroke. In an intake stroke, the piston is at TDC, which is on a top dead center. It is the maximum distance up to which the piston can travel upward. In this position, the piston tries to move down toward BDC. And while it moves toward BDC, with the help of a cam connected over here, the inlet valves get down and open, and the air and fuel mixture get above the piston till it reaches BDC. And as it reaches BDC, the intake strokes get end, and after that we have a compression stroke started. In compression stroke, we have when piston move from BDC towards TDC. It's like in that position, these two valves get closed, and the piston tries to compress the air and fuel mixture that is being supplied on the top of it while the intake stroke, and it's like compressing the quarter of an air and fuel mixture into a half of cup, and the compression take place until the piston from BDC reach towards TDC. As it reaches TDC, the compression stroke ends, and the expansion or a power stroke starts. In expansion or a power stroke, when it starts, the spark plug it sparks, and it provides a spark to the air and fuel mixture that is available on the top of the cylinder. When the sparks jump into it, the small area that is known as combustion chamber is left over here, while the compression stroke very closer molecules they get attached to, and with that the expansion is quite easy for the piston to move down with a great amount of force and it to provide a very much amount of power that is required. In expansion stroke, what happens is when the piston is at TDC, the spark plug again jumps, and it creates a very high much amount of temperature, which is around 4000 degree Fahrenheit, and this much amount of pressure heat creates a very much high amount of pressure that throws the piston down, and it's being noted by our camshaft, and it transferred it to the flywheel, then into the transmission system of our system, and then it transferred it to the driving wheel to rotate with the help to rotate and to move our automotive further. The amount of force that is being applied on this is 18,000 Newton force. That drives the camshaft, and it transferred it to the flywheel. While in the expansion stroke, the piston reached totally towards BDC with a very much high pressure, and it's in a very much low time. And when the piston again reach BDC, the expansion stroke ends. Expansion strokes, and the last stroke that takes place is the exhaust stroke. In this stroke, what happened is the noted amount of the force that was produced in an expansion stroke or a power stroke is noted by our camshaft, and it tries to rotate the piston and throw it upward toward TDC. While in this, from BDC towards the TDC, the piston moves up, and that in that case the exhaust valves get open, and as the exhaust valve gets open, the exhaust or a burnout gases that are left into this combustion area get out with the help of an exhaust manifold to the catalyst converter and to the gas outlet and to the outer environment, and it take place until the piston reach TDC, and with the great amount of force that was given when the expansion stroke take place is again noted by the flywheel, and it try again to move the piston from TDC to BDC, and further this four cycles again take place within a second of 30 to 40 cycles take place. The initial ignition that we give while turning on the keys is only much provided for this to complete one cycle. After that, the crankshaft only helps it to move with the move, and a whole process take place. Hope you now will be able to know the working of an spark ignition engine, and I hope that you will now able to distinguish between the different engines and different cycle of an engine. Hope you like this video. If you have any queries, comment in the section down below. If you like this video, share it with your friends and give a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel Talk and Turbo if you want to know more about how car works. Thank you.